Remember everyone talking about a clean energy revolution? Like, it was happening fast. Get ready for a surprise. Today's deep dive is all about the opportunities that pop up when a big shift, well, when it doesn't shift quite as fast as everyone thought. We're looking at this recent article from the Motley Fool. They're the financial advice pros, right? And they're saying something super interesting. The clean energy transition is happening, for sure, just not at the breakneck speed everyone predicted.
Yeah, it's a fascinating dynamic, right? Because there's been so much hype about this rapid clean energy takeover. But the reality is a bit more gradual. Well, more gradual. That's if you believe this McKinsey report, which the Motley Fool cited.
Okay, so less revolution, more of a steady evolution then. I mean, why should that even matter to me? I'm trying to figure out where to put my money.
It changes the game, is why. This slower transition, it's not just about making energy, it's about investment strategy, right? This means there's a chance to get ahead of everyone else. If you can invest in the companies ready for how energy is now in the future, you're golden.
Now that's what I'm talking about. So how do we find these companies?
Look for the ones playing both sides. The companies capitalizing on how things are now, but building their stake in renewables for the future.
Playing both sides, I like the sound of that. Like, hedging your bets, but in the energy market. Who are some of these energy chameleons?
A great example is GE Vernova. Brand new company, but they're a powerhouse in both gas and renewables.
They're not picking a side.
Nope. They're set up with gas turbines, wind power, even grid solutions. And their gas turbine business is booming because, well, we still need reliable energy, right?
Yeah.
And that success helps them expand into wind. Win-win.
And the market sees that. I mean, their stock has doubled since they launched, according to the article.
Absolutely. Investors see the potential. GE Vernova is playing the long game. While wind power picks up steam, they're making bank from how we're using energy right now.
Okay, so GE Vernova's bridging the gap. Who else is in on this?
Let's talk about Baker Hughes. Long history with gas technology, but they're killing it with this new industrial and energy technology business. IET for short.
Balancing the old and new, how?
Two-pronged attack. They're seeing huge demand for their traditional gas services, LNG. We need that now. But, and this is cool, they're also getting a ton of orders for climate tech, like carbon capture and hydrogen.
Oh, hold on. Break that down. What is that stuff and why is it suddenly a thing?
Think of it like this. Ways to rely less on fossil fuels, but still power the world. Carbon capture takes CO2 from, say, power plants and traps it. Doesn't let it into the atmosphere. Better for the planet. Hydrogen. Well, you can make it from renewable sources, and it's a great alternative to natural gas.
So Baker Hughes gets it. They're in a great spot, wouldn't you say? I mean, riding the wave of where we are now, but totally set up for the future of energy, too.
Yeah, for sure. In fact, their CEO, predicts almost 20% more demand for natural gas by 2040. Now, who knows if he'll be right, but it just shows how important these traditional energy sources still are. For now, anyway.
It's like everyone's so focused on renewables, they're missing the bigger picture. This is why I love our deep dives. You never know what you're going to find.
I know, right? And the thing is, this slower transition benefits companies like Baker Hughes. They have time to make these strategic moves, use the current demand, but build for a cleaner future at the same time.
It's so cool how these companies are adapting. Makes you think. Are other traditional energy sectors changing too?
Oh, absolutely. Which brings us to another big player, Cameco.
Cameco! Wait a minute. They're all about uranium, right? Feels a little nuclear.
Bingo. See, people forget about nuclear when they talk about clean energy, but it's got some serious advantages. Reliable, low carbon, even better for the environment than some fossil fuels.
I'll be honest, I kind of wrote off nuclear energy. Seemed like old tech.
I get it. But low carbon energy, that's reliable. That's in high demand these days. And check this out, Microsoft. They just signed a 20-year deal with Constellation Energy. They're restarting the 3 Mile Island nuclear plant.
Wait, Microsoft is getting into nuclear. Seriously. Why?
They need reliable, sustainable energy for their data centers. And they're paying a premium for it. That tells you something, right? Nuclear's back on the table, big time.
20-year commitment. Microsoft's putting their money where their mouth is. So how do we get in on this potential nuclear comeback? I mean,
Cameco. They're huge in uranium and all that nuclear fuel stuff. Perfect position to benefit from this renewed interest. Like I said, Microsoft is paying a premium, which means demand could explode.
So this go slow, clean energy situation, it's creating opportunities in places nobody's looking. Cameco, who would have thought?
It all comes back to diversification. You don't have to pick one energy source. Spreading your bets across the board, that's the smart move. Even the energy source is making a comeback.
Okay, so big picture time. Sounds like the clean energy transition. It's more like a balancing act.
Totally. It's not like gas is going away tomorrow. Companies like GE Vernova and Baker Hughes, they're showing us how to play both sides. There's tons of potential in that.
And let's not forget nuclear. Cameco is ready to clean up, so to speak.
It just goes to show the energy sector. Always changing, always interesting.
This deep dive has been, I don't know, kind of mind-blowing. It makes you realize how much is going on behind the scenes with energy. We just flip a switch, right?
Yeah.
And it's great to hear about these companies, GE Vernova, Baker Hughes, finding ways to make money while we try to transition to cleaner energy. But it also makes you wonder, shouldn't we be moving faster? Ditching fossil fuels? Climate change isn't waiting around?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
We need energy now, but we got to think about the future, too. Tough situation. And that's where investors like you come in. You have a real opportunity.
Wait, me? What can I do?
Your money talks.
Mm-hmm.
Where you invest, you're basically saying, this is the future I want. This slower transition, it gives us time to be smart, to support the companies that are serious about sustainability.
Wow, I never thought of it like that. It's not just about picking stocks. It's about, I don't know, putting your money where your values are.
Exactly. And it's not about picking one energy source over another. It's about finding those companies that can adapt, you know, the ones really committed to a cleaner future. Things change fast in the energy world. The companies that succeed will be the ones that can change too. Innovate. Make things better.
So much to think about. I thought this was just going to be about clean energy, but it's so much bigger than that.
It is.
It's not about chasing the newest trend. It's about, like you said, being smart, making good decisions.
Yes, and that's the biggest takeaway, honestly. Stay curious, right?
Yeah.
Stay informed and stay engaged. This isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. But that means there's time to learn and make good choices for your money and the planet.